Good morning, everyone. I am losing my voice once again this morning, but I thought I would go ahead and shoot this video for today, and I don't know if I'm going to get one tonight because my son is having his friends over to stay the night. So I wanted to read my devotional. I found my glasses, yay! And I did not read the one from last night, so I thought I might want to go ahead and read that. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. That was Genesis 1:2. Wow. You guys, that's just amazing. It kind of goes with the order from chaos that we read for the day about giving everything to God and letting Him give you order over the chaos in your life. That was something I really needed to hear yesterday. Reflecting back on the day, there are all kinds of moments that can bring you joy or pain. You may have plans that failed or succeeded. It's easy to dwell on those times where perhaps it felt more formless or dark. Maybe you even go to sleep feeling out of sorts or a sense of chaos. What's inspiring when reading about creation is anticipation of God's created act in the universe. God is constantly bringing order to chaos, but you get the sense that the chaos will always provide some level of resistance. We see that reassurance of Jesus doesn't come without resistance, death. Don't be discouraged because of darkness or resistance. God will bring order out of chaos even when you can't. And then there's a prayer. God, thank you that even though in the midst of my plans, you still bring hope and purpose for each day. Help me to trust your plans and that you bring order to chaos. Then there's a question. How is God bringing order to chaos in your life right now? Wow. To answer that question, in my own everyday life, God is bringing order to chaos. He actually just seems like he's putting everything together for me. It's like a puzzle piece. My life has been lately, and I just feel like God is putting all the puzzle pieces together. And now I'm getting my answers, and now I'm getting my what to do next, and now I'm getting my love and my support that I need from my family and friends and people that knew me and my husband as we were together. They're stepping it up and they're saying, "Hey, I'll come and I'll support you in court if I need to." As a matter of fact, I had so many people send me messages, actually send my attorney messages saying that they were going to support me when I went through my divorce the first time. She had to message me and say, "Hey, you can't be having all these people send me messages," because it was getting too many. And I said, "Well, it's for trial," because we went all the way up to the day of trial. I was about ready to get dressed and get ready for trial, and she texted me actually the night before and said, don't get ready for trial because you're not going to come. We're going to have a settlement before tomorrow morning." And I was like, okay, but it went all the way up to an hour before. So, it was kind of nerve-wracking. But, it was my last effort to go to trial. I was prepared and I was ready to go. And it was amazing to have so many people. I just put it out there. I sent a message to most of my care groups and friends. And I said, "Hey, I need you guys to send a letter," And so they did. They stepped it up. It's just so amazing how God puts the people in your life that will help you during your struggles. And so I'm turning now to January 2nd. That's what we're on right now, even though it is the 19th. In this place, when Jacob awake from his sleep, he thought, surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. Wow, that just speaks to me. Just what I just said. God is in place for me. He's put me in my place, and he's right here beside me. He's my husband now. Sometimes when we talk about God's plans for our lives, we usually think about what's in our future. I did that. I thought, oh, I'm going to get married. I'm going to live happily ever after. I did not even know that God had it in his plans for me to be a single mom again. I didn't see it coming. I did not expect it. What job will I have? I work at a daycare across the street, and I always wanted to have my own business. I was going to run my own business, and now I'm working across the street at a daycare, and I love it. It's exhausting. I'm not kidding. But I never thought I would be working with kids again. But as a single mom, God put me right back with the children. And the children are giving me so much joy through the struggles of my divorce that I'm having. It's what I needed. It's what I needed. They give me so much love at that daycare. How much money will I make? It's funny because I don't make hardly anything. This is a state-ran daycare. It's not much money. I've worked for the government, for the state, the city. It wasn't much money. But it's just enough. It's just enough to get by. There are good thoughts, but it is also important to remember that God's presence is just that, the present tense. God is in the business of the here and the now, and if we are caught up in the future, we might miss him in this present. Know that as you go throughout your day today, no matter how mandate the task, God is with you in every place. You are Jacob, found himself running from place to place, and it wasn't until he stopped and rested that he became aware that God was in every situation. And that's why I said a couple of videos back, I want to start having a day of rest. Last night was Thursday night. I was home by myself. I had a day of rest. I was just I had to stay after work a little bit later to wait for a couple kids to get picked up that were, parents were running late. And I was tired. I'm losing my voice, I think, from screaming at kids all day. Plus, I'm a reading teacher now, so I'm reading 3 times, 3 different groups a day. And I'm singing alphabet songs over and over again, yelling at the kids, don't put that in your mouth, get away from your friend, don't hit, don't kick. And I'm losing my voice. And one of the kids at the end of the day said, Miss Kerri, quit talking. You're going to lose your voice. I was like, but I gotta get these kids in order. And God is just blessing me with so many blessings. I'm going to fold some laundry while I talk to you guys. See if I can put my phone up here. So, God has a plan, I know, for me. And he's working everything out. And like I said, he's taking care of me. As a single mom, I don't have to worry about where my next meal is going to come from because God has provided all the food I've ever needed. I don't have to worry about Christmas. God put, even in Christmas, I didn't have money to pay my bills, but God paid my bills. I was blessed with the money that I needed. God gave my boys Christmas gifts. I had no clue how I was going to pay for Christmas this year for my kids. Especially with my ex-husband taking me back to court again and starting our divorce all over again. I had no idea. How am I going to pay for this? But God has provided a way. He's provided the people. He's guiding me, and He's protecting me and my children. I'm just in amazement. You know, I think I've said this before in my other videos that when I was a single mom before, when I did the math every month and I said, this is how much money I was making, and this is how I paid my bills, and when I did my budget every month, I had $0 left over, you guys. But God always provided. I think there's just something about being single and being alone where God says, I'm going to take care of you because you have to depend on me, and I want you to depend on me. And I just think it's amazing how, you know, I did rely on my husband during my marriage to pay our bills because that was our agreement. That's what we agreed on. It wasn't something I couldn't do on my own. It was something that the agreement was I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. I was going to raise the kids. I was going to take care of the home, and I would work on the side. But he was going to take care of working the job, the full-time job, and he was a welder, and he was going to take care of pretty much the house payment and the food, because he made too much money for us to be on food stamps at the time. We did go to a food pantry a couple times a year. It was pretty much around the holidays. When we wanted to spend the money on Christmas gifts, we would go to the food pantry to get food. His mom gave us food quite a bit, especially for the kids. And when it came to having what we needed for our family, God always provided, even on that one income. And I just think it's amazing to think about how God has always provided, no matter what situation I'm in. When I was a single mom before, I was kind of getting to a point where I was bored with my life, and I was like, man, I wish I could resell on the side, or I could do some crafts and make baskets for my business. Blessed be the gift. You know, that was the name of my business. And God gave me the name. He gave me the desire. He gave me the idea of what to do. And I was going to give gifts. I was going to do gift-giving business because I so enjoyed seeing people happy giving gifts and getting gifts. And, you know, I just enjoyed it. It was something like a hobby that I love to do. And to see people just filled with happiness. Thank you for my gift. I wanted to do that. And I always wanted to do my business, this channel, Blessed Be the Gift, in the name of Jesus. I wanted to be able to spread the gospel with my business. And God has really blessed me throughout the years with my reselling business. It's here and there. It stops and then it goes again. It's not something that I am focusing on right now. It's something that has actually been kind of deleted and kind of I'm not doing it. just because I don't have time. Um, but the desire is still there. Every once in a while, whatever I have posted will sell, but sometimes it will sit there for 3 or 4 months before it sells, and then when it sells, and it's like $20. It's not a big deal. But, um, you know, God is, what? God is really blessing me at the time that I need that money. He's given me money. And when I was a single mom before, that's what I started to say. There was a woman at our church who died, and her husband was going through all of her things, and says, "Hey, you know what? He says I got everything that um, that I don't want, that I've gone through. That was my wife's. Would you like to come over and get it?" And I was like, "Sure." And he said, "Okay, I'll put it all in the garage for you, and you can come through it." And at the time, I had a minivan, so I thought, okay, I'll just go over and get a few things. And I go over there, you guys. It was a whole garage full of stuff. I am not kidding. And I filled up my van. It was stuff to resell. I had a booth at that time at a flea market, and I put everything in my flea market booth. Free stuff. And it paid my rent for the next month on my flea market. I made couple $100. And God just blessed me to not only pay my rent on my booth for the next month, but to have extra. I had like a check that I got because of profit. It was couple $100 for that month. And it was just amazing to think God blessed me on the side like that. And I love that God continues to bless me in the most unexpected ways. And it's so nice to be able to have that that God allows me to see His blessings, and He allows me to recognize that He's the one who gives me everything, and He has given me the desire to follow Him, because it says, "Ask and you shall receive." And God's providing. It doesn't matter how He provides. I don't care where it comes from. But I have trust in God that He's going to provide. And I know it to be true. It's the same with love. You know, I was praying, "Dear God, help me to love my husband." And I do love my husband now. My husband's God. You know, God has answered all my prayers in my marriage when I felt unloved and unwanted, and I felt just torn down in my marriage and worthless. God says, "I'm going to pick you back up. I'm going to separate you from the situation where you feel like this." God says, "I'm going to show you I love you. I'm going to fill your life with joy and happiness and love." And I have all that now. I have friends who I talk to on a regular basis, and I have even guy friends that I talk to now, ex-boyfriends that I can talk to now. And they're helping me. They're giving me advice, and they're helping me say, maybe do this to get your husband to communicate with you. Do this, say this. People who love me and support me, and They know what my ex-husband's done is wrong. And they're trying to give me advice on how to handle the situation that I'm in. And, they don't um, interfere, but, I do have those people that I talk to. I have those people who give me the advice I need. And I've been able to continue to have all of my family and friends who just are there. And God has blessed me with them, the people in my life. And like I said before, my job. God has blessed me with my job. I am now a reading teacher. I never thought I would be a teacher, like a teacher. I don't know how much longer I can do it if I keep losing my voice. But, the thing that God has given to me the most is peace. The peace in my life. I don't even have to worry about things anymore. God has really just given me the peace. And the owner of my company is text messaging me right now. So I think I probably need to end the video. She's going to come today to work to see how we are doing on our curriculum. And, even though I'm not timed in at work, they're wanting to talk to me. So, I'm feeling very blessed for just where God has me. It wasn't part of my planning, you guys. It really wasn't. I never thought in a million years that I would be a single mom and that I would be on my own. And it's amazing to think that God has given me everything I need. And, I don't know what the future holds. I really don't. I do have desires that God has given me, and I do know what I want to do with my life, my future. I know what I want to do for me. I know what I want to do with this channel. I know what I want to do with my children. I know that I don't want to live here in this apartment forever, and I got to figure out a way on my own to get a house. I know that God has protected me from being in a marriage that was unhealthy for me, and with a husband who didn't love me. I know that God has shown me why I'm divorced and why I'm single. And I think that's the most amazing part of why I am going through what I'm going through is God has really just not only put me in place, but He's saying, these are the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. Plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and love. And, you don't have to worry about the future because I've got it. And this is the future. This is the beginning of a new start as a single mom, once again. And I have no idea what God's plans are for me, but I know He's got it. And I love Him so much more for that. And it's like having that husband in a marriage that is taking care of you financially, taking care of you, loving you, and giving you love that you need and that hope that you need. And he's giving you that trust. I trust God, and I know that he's going to take care of me. My husband did not do that. And my husband pushed me away. My husband said, I don't love you. I don't want you. I want someone else. But God says, don't worry about that. I want you. I love you. And I'm going to take care of you. And so God is my husband now. And I'm just feeling so very blessed by him. And I want to spread his love for me to you guys here on YouTube, so that you can accept him into your life and you can repent of your sins. And he'll wash them all away. He'll come in and he'll take over your life for you. He'll turn your life around. Just give it to him. Surrender all. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.